Good afternoon, everyone. You are here with Jacob Seus with the New York Sports Report. Today, we're going to be talking a little New York Islanders, Brooklyn Nets, but let's start off with the Mets. The Mets started off the season, as we know, we didn't expect them to do much, really a downfall to start the year. People stopped paying attention, more focused on the All-Star game, which is coming up. But the Mets have won 6 out of their last 9 and really seem to be enjoying the game more than they have the first month. We saw that they really didn't seem to care, in my opinion. They were down on themselves, losses piling up on each other, getting to 6, 7 in a row, and it was really killing the vibe for the team, and they really weren't making much of a season, which is being considered a throwaway season as the team is rebuilding for the future. But the team has won 6 out of their last 9, starting with the Kirk Neuenhuis comeback walk-off home run Sunday against the Cubs. Since that home run, we have seen more of a stronger playing for the team. On Monday, they acquired Eric Young Jr. from the Colorado Rockies for Colin McHugh, which really wasn't giving away much. And Young really has been a spark for the team so far. In his 6 games, he's hitting .364 already with 3 stolen bases. He has 8 hits and 22 at-bats. I would say that's definitely an improvement from what we've been working with so far this season. We've designated Rick Ankiel for assignment and really haven't found any permanent goings in the outfield. Really, everyone's been flip-flopped in and out. Since Ike Davis has been sent down, there have been a different go-around at first base. We saw Lucas Duda, who started there for a couple games, but now is going to the DL with a hip flexor injury. So now the team has recalled Josh Satin, who got his first start at first base last night. Since Duda went on the DL, the team is not going to recall Ike Davis because they want to get him a little more time in the minors. He has been doing good, though. In 5 games, he already has 4 home runs, which is definitely a good sign for the Mets. But you don't want him down there for a week, whatnot. He does good, yes, but then comes back up and struggles again with the big club. What is that doing for the Mets? What is that doing for Davis? So I think the Mets made the right move by calling up Satin and leaving Davis in the minors because he really needs to find himself. If he can have a good 3-4 weeks in Las Vegas, then I'm all for it. Bring him up, see if he's changed, see if he got his confidence back, and if he's able to produce on the Mets like he did the second half of last season after struggling the first half. So I think that he should stay down there a little more. But I do think they should start to bring up more young guys, try and give them the play. I don't understand why they haven't brought up Wilmer Flores yet. Wilmer Flores has been in the Mets organization for as long as I can remember, and he has always been a minor leaguer, but considered one of our top prospects and really has not gotten a chance to play in the major so far, and I don't see why they can't bring him up and throw him at first. I know he's a second baseman. We already have Murphy at that position, but in my opinion, no offense to the first baseman out there, you can throw anyone at first base. You can bring them up, teach them to field, teach them the fundamentals at first, and I don't see why they're not doing that with Flores. So, to recap yesterday's 8-0 win over the Phillies, Matt Harvey, who has been, in my opinion, the best pitcher in the league, threw 6 shutout innings yesterday, improving his ERA to a very solid 2.05. Harvey has not had the win numbers, obviously, because of the lack of run support he's got from his offense, but you can't base the best pitcher off of wins and losses because we see Max Scherzer in Detroit 11-0, Patrick Corbin in Arizona 9-0, but they have not been the best pitcher. Matt Harvey really has been dominating at the level in only his first full season in the majors. He's second in earned run average, as I said, with 2.05. He leads in strikeouts with 121, But the National League leader is Lance Lynn with wins in 10, and as we saw yesterday, Harvey only getting his 7th win of the season yesterday. But I think towards the end of the first half, all throughout the second half, if the Mets can get Harvey run support and get him the wins, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be able to win the Cy Young. But before we even talk about Cy Young, the All-Star game coming up next month, I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be able to start it. As we know, pitchers aren't selected through balloting. They're selected through the choice of the coaches. And Harvey, having absolutely dominated so far this season, will obviously get the nomination of a coach. But will he start the game? I don't see any reason why he shouldn't. I think he has been the best pitcher in the National League so far, and to give the Mets a little boost, the All-Star game is in their stadium this season, so I think it would be a good gesture to the Mets to have Matt Harvey start the game this season. So if we look to Matt Harvey's prodigy, Zach Wheeler, who made his Major League debut last week in Atlanta, throwing 6 shutout innings, I see a lot of promise in him. He is going to make his second Major League start tomorrow in Chicago against the White Sox, and that is going to be an interesting matchup as he is going to go against the White Sox ace, Chris Sale, who had a phenomenal season, Cy Young candidate last year, but has not been phenomenal this season. He's got the job done, though, at times, and I think that's going to be a great matchup to see. I'm very interested to see how Zach Wheeler is going to have a good follow-up start. Because as we saw, the nerves did control him in his first start in Atlanta. We did see his command off a lot. He was able to get the job done, though, when he needed to. He got the big strikeouts. He got the big outs when it was called for. And that was a good sign for him in his first Major League start. I'm interested to see how the White Sox looked upon the tape of his first start and how they are going to approach him at the plate. And I'm interested to see how Wheeler is going to come with that and try and make a run at his second Major League start and trying to get his second win. And he still hasn't allowed a run, which was a good sign with that Tufts Brave offense. Jason Hayward, Dan Uggla, the Upton brothers. In the second half of that doubleheader, the Braves put out their A lineup, and he was able to shut them down for the most part. And I think that was a very, very good start to see.